Many times people tell ghost stories just simply to scare people away from places that may be dangerous, such as walking in the woods at Sweet Hollow at night.
Whether it's the road itself that generates the stories, or whether it's the stories that have kind of proliferated and sort of taken on a life of their own and focused on the road, it's hard to say.
Something's going on with this place.
Yeah, there's definitely something here.
Most people say this is like the #1 haunted spot
I
on
would
Long
say
Island.
Yes, it is. Yeah. I don't know. This is some weird stuff that goes on here daily.
This is Carrie Ann, and this is Joe, and we're
let me get a
here,
photo
we're
right
open
here.
to communicate. I think it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because people go into that area expecting something bad to happen. Not always, but sometimes tragic or scary or creepy, and they usually get what they're looking for.
You just get a bad feeling.
You get a bad feeling. One day you're like, oh God, something bad's gonna happen, or something weird's gonna happen, and it usually does.
So you're on edge, you're nervous. Maybe you drive down Sweet Hollow Road and you're not really driving your normal way. You're driving too fast, too slow, you're not watching out. Maybe you go over into the corner, into the shoulder, and you hit a tree or something terrible happens, and all of a sudden you're in the paper and everybody says, see, Sweet Hollow Road, another one. And maybe you see a little bit of fog on the side of the road and you think it's a ghost. You go back and tell all your friends, oh my God, I saw a ghost on Sweet Hollow Road. And now normally they would say, oh come on, it's just fog. But because it's Sweet Hollow Road,
That's a good
it
point.
bumps it up a notch from your normal road.
I can understand why there's a lot of stories behind this place just because it looks really freaky.
Whether it's the environment or the road itself, there's something about it that sort of makes it a epicenter or a hub for all kinds of mystical activity.
When we went to Sweet Hollow, we felt a couple of areas that were cold spots, which are also another phenomena in a haunted location or a haunted house, where the energy gets sapped out of a particular part of the room or in the woods somewhere. And the air actually gets colder by several degrees. Now we have a couple of cold spots in Sweet Hollow Road.
There's something about this road that puts people in the spirit where they're open to this sort of paranormal activity.
It was more or less a little up ahead, but on the right in these woods. That's where I saw whatever it was, like just floating up in the air and come down.
Yeah.
It was really, like, it scared the shit.
We like to go to places that are beautiful. And I think spirits and souls would also want to go to a place that's very enchanted and beautiful like Sweet Hollow Road. But can you imagine what this place must be like after dark?
Yeah, but the beauty is that there are only certain places. I mean, there are thousands of roads on Long Island. Why this one? You know, that's what you have to ask yourself. It's like, if there isn't this kind of activity going on there, why did this road get that reputation?
Whether these things are true, they're very difficult to prove, even the ones with the kids who hung themselves.
They all decided to commit suicide together, and someone backed out.
There's two stories about the overpass at the Northern State. They're both involving teenage boys. One is a rumor saying that some teenage boys had a suicide pact and hung themselves.
You get to the bridge about maybe like 20 feet before you get to it. You stop there and you flash your headlights 3 times. Supposedly, you're supposed to see the shadows of them hanging.
There's one, if you beep the horn, they will come out and attack you. The other one is if you don't beep the horn, they will come out and get you.
Exactly.
So it's kind of, people have this little kind of moment of indecision.
All right, one last question. Why do you think people come here, man? Why do you think?
It's a lot of fun.